Hello, welcome back. So we're going to do a little bit of a cool down and self-care after working out and moving, shaking our body on music. You can just dance on the music, move your body. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Just follow along with me on those videos I'm doing. Even if you're not doing the same thing I am doing, it doesn't matter. Just move your body in whatever way you want. All right, so here I have this is a double ball. This one was purchased as is. The other one, we kind of, we made something out of something else. So if you want to see my videos that shows you how to do this, which we use, this is a double ball as well, but it has two different size balls in it. And we use that to release certain muscles. I really enjoy doing this, especially these days that I have to release a lot of tissues on myself alone. So here, this could be done standing over a table that would be about this height for me. That works. So depending on your height, you might need to have it at different heights. But here, because I want to show you here, and I have my Bosu ball that we just used for another video, I'm gonna see if I can use it this way. So yes, actually it's working really good like this, just to release a bit my scalene muscle in my neck here, because that needs some releasing. So I'm just relaxing my arm out to the side. So you could do it standing, like I said, in a kind of a lunge kind of positioning. But this is working really good, and it feels, it's like a good hurt. I just say it feels so good. Well, it is uncomfortable. And if you're not used to stretching, exercising, and doing all of that, and you're hypersensitive, it might be too much. I'll have to tell you that. I can be hypersensitive to certain things, but these kind of things here are my life savior kind of stretching and releasing muscle tension as far as self-care on my own. So I really like to do those things. It's good when you have someone else as well releasing those tissues, because it takes it to a different level. But when you don't have anybody who can do it for you, this is great. Plus, you need to do it on your own, because self-care is necessary. You can have a therapist release those different muscles in your body or fascia, but if you don't learn to do it yourself, you know, throughout the day, you know, every week, you're never going to have full and complete and best result. You cannot depend on a therapist to get you pain-free or decrease pain and to get you increasing your range of motion. It's just not possible, especially if you're doing certain things in your life, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life. That makes it that it's going to bring it back. You have to manage it. All right, so here, that's for this side. I'm gonna move my Bosu ball to the other side. It's just easier that way. So I don't have to move the table, the camera, which I can't. And I have so much space in this room. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. So there's a few variations to this. I have other videos that show about scalene work and neck and kind of parascapular, which is basically your shoulder blade. I'm gonna show you that next move, which help release in your underarm, your subscapularis muscle. So this double ball as well works really good with that. And so here, releasing that. So you really have to work and relax your muscle, your neck here. I didn't do that on the other side. I think it would have been too painful on the other side right now. Plus I was talking to you with my eyes open. Right now I'm relaxing with my eyes closed. And that's good. You could straighten your head back. And there you go. All right, so this can be a as well use to work. So I showed you for your neck, which you could do in a lunge, like kind of standing over a table. For me, it would be about this height for a table. If you're taller than me, you might need it higher. Use a pillow or use a Bosu balls. If you used the Bosu ball with me earlier, that's kind of a perfect actually. Well, might be a little bit some hard surface right here with a black part, but you could put a towel right there, or you go higher up on the Bosu ball. But this works really good to work your glutes here. Yeah, the gluteal muscle, piriformis, all through there. If you have a sensitive hip joint here, and you possibly could have a bursitis or arthritis, just be careful. Make sure you don't have, especially if it's a hard ball. Even if it's a softer ball like a T-ball, squishy. So this one is a big T-ball, so it's a bit squishy, but still it's not empty inside it. It's not like a tennis ball, it's full. So here I'm kind of that joint that I'm talking about is here, right? So I'm kind of above it as far as the ball, and basically it's pretty much a big ball that's gonna be against me. The other one is kind of stabilizing, and it's kind of a more on, it's not really putting pressure on it, but it's kind of where my, just below, yeah, it's below, but kind of there of the gluteal minimus. It's getting close to your pure TFL muscle that will be more on the front here. So if I move the ball a bit this way, now it would be more there. And now, so I have my bone here of the hip. So I'm just below here. So here I'm more in my TFL muscle with a small ball, but you don't really feel it much because you feel it more with a big ball because it's bigger. And so that's what's in contact with your body more. So here now I flipped it around, and now I am more on that TFL muscle. I'm gonna rest my body on the Bosu ball just like this, because you want to rest your body and really let the ball sink in. So I need to move the Bosu ball a bit forward so I can roll over the ball and be more on the spot I want to be. Rest your leg. Here, moving my shoulder out. Resting my neck to the side, but yet it's not cranked up all the way to the side. It's a bit forward, and it's soft, and that feels good there. And I'm gonna bend the knee so my leg is resting forward on the floor. You can see that, right? Like this. And bending and straightening. Now it feels good, releasing in the front of my thigh. So here I'm gonna put my hand on my face here. Since I've been stepping on the stepper, I don't necessarily want my face on there. Oh, that feels so good on the hip. And then we're gonna have to do this on the other side. So we did stretch the hamstrings and the calves when we were on the floor in the video that I did with the Bosu ball, the cardio exercise on the Bosu ball. Here I'm feeling it even in my calf, believe it or not. So it's transferring there, it's referring into that, the front of my thigh, but I feel a little bit of a, it's not really a twinging, but I feel something in my calf. So that can happen, especially with my foot flexed. Actually, I feel it over here with my foot pointed as well. So now we're gonna switch leg so that I can still face you. I'm just gonna turn this back here. So first we're gonna do the piriformis and the glute muscles. So I'm gonna have the big ball, big side of the ball onto behind me, right? Not facing you. And actually I want my shoulder up here and resting my head here. You know, kind of, you just have to kind of figure out what works for you. I'm gonna move this out of the way so you can see everything I'm doing. And I want it out of the way so I don't trip on it. Okay, so now it's working my I think I did really good here. My watch is telling me. Don't have my glasses so I can't see too well. But I think I did really good today with exercise, with movement, with rest too, I hope. I'm gonna have a good night's sleep tonight. Okay, so getting those glute muscles. Yeah, I'm definitely in the glutes. not so much in the piriformis, but the glutes. You could get to the piriformis if you needed to. You just would basically move the Bosu ball or whatever you're resting on a bit higher if you need to, away from you, and then you would move your body this way toward it so that the ball can slide down, further down into your glutes, which then makes it closer to that piriformis. And if you wanted to get into the piriformis, you would go here. There you go. You can keep your leg just straight and then go onto your back. So both of my elbows are on the floor. So here I'm showing you with this leg. And this is really all it takes. Now I'm feeling it a bit in here. Is there another way where you would be sitting and then you could bend this knee? But actually you can do this right now. And just like that, getting into that piriformis and stretching it out. That's so good. It feels so good. Nice deep breath in and out. So yes, if you need a buddy to do this along, just hop on here and do it with me, because, you know, it's more fun when you do it with somebody else. You get motivated. So just work on your breath work. All right, so now I'm gonna have to do this on the other side. So I'm gonna stay right here. And I gotta do the piriformis on the other side, so there you go. But I think it's my left one that's more anyway. So that's good that I did that. I felt I needed it, but now I need to balance it out with this side. And I'm gonna bend the knee of that leg where the ball is to get the piriformis. Okay, we're gonna stay a few more seconds on this. You could do that 30 seconds to a minute on each spot. Could do a little bit longer if you needed to, if you could, or a minute to a minute and a half, and then move on to a different spot. So by the time you've done left and right, you could do this for like over 10 minutes, but you can keep it to less than that, and literally just do one spot on each side for 20-30 seconds. If you're really busy, or if you're one of those people who always say, I don't have time, believe me, spend 20 seconds on a spot and do it on either side. That's less than a minute, and get into the habit of doing this, and then report back to me in a month or even in a week, you know, if you do it every day. But definitely after a month, give yourself a good month for best result. All right, so now we're going to do this side. I'm gonna flip the ball. Actually, it was flipped just now by doing the other piriformis. And I'm gonna do more the front here. So right where your bone here is, right in the forward, in front of it. I think that's what I was doing on the other side, right? I can't remember, because really, you could do any spot you want. Any spot your body needs some release, just focus on that. I use it for my back as well. The double ball, that's the same size ball. You can make it the same thing as we have in the video of the Psoas videos. So Psoas Tool and Psoas, it's called Psoas, it's spelled P-S-O-A, so P-S-O-A-S, it's a muscle, and by making that tool you can do so much with it to release the psoas muscle, to release as well your neck tissue, certain neck tissues, but you can use it for this because I'm using it right now. So we can, it's possible. And now there you go. Oh, that's good. So I'm a bit more in my rectus femoris here. I'm not quite on the TFL. I could be on the TFL, but I don't feel that I needed too much there right now. So that's, oh, there we go. That's a spot. Now that's more the TFL area, for sure. So you could have both arms at the side if your shoulders are good with that. or just stay on the floor with your arms. I'm gonna hold that. Let's rest this other leg down. There we go. And the leg that's being worked on, I'm keeping the knee extended because I feel a little bit more with the knee extended as opposed to the knee bent. With the knee bent, it's not quite as much of a stretch and pressure into the muscle, and the muscle is tight. It's not as big as your rectus femoris either, or the glutes, so I can dig inside it a little bit better with the knee pushed straight. Good. All right, and then let's bend. Get more into the rectus femoris. Bend. Readjust your body. Move a bit over if you need to. But I want to keep my mic free too, so I'm gonna bring my elbow down. There we go, to keep my mic from touching the Bosu ball. And down, up, and down, up. So I flex my foot, but you could point here. Flex. You can keep it flex and extend here. Just pull the belly in when you extend here. Make sure you pull the belly in so so that you're not arching your back and then giving out like this. You want to keep that tuck. Good. Alrighty. And I think this is good for today as far as using the ball. There's so much that I could show you, but this is good, I think. I have a few spots that I got to treat today. Hope you enjoyed this. Comment below. Let me know what you think of using this double tool ball combo. And I will talk to you on another episode of Healthy Body by Sophie. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until next time, namaste. You did amazing. Keep up the good work. This kind of exercises is gonna keep you from having joint pain, muscle pain, and have a better day and a better night.